Okay, welcome back everyone. And I am going to pull up the stream and we are going to begin. There we go. Let's finish this game. Um, what? It's just the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Wait, is that the number 9? Oh no, there it is. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Okay. Which of the two made-up words is most appealing to you? Please don't adjust the slider. You know what time it is right now. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Oh. No. Well, that was fun. Anyway. Okay, let me figure out what I need to do next.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
The baby minigame, the baby minigame.
Stanley
Okay, let me find the list of endings, because it's gonna take a while. Let me just, I don't know how this is gonna go, but he didn't join, so. See what happens. Get off my screen.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. So.
I am doing the Stanley Parable, by the way.
I know, it's fine.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Get here again. Traveling
How many
elevator.
endings have you done? So.
I don't know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
I'm trying to figure out how to
straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
3 people to vote.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that.
No, this is not. How the heck do I get? This ending, you need to travel on the elevator in the warehouse until it's going over the cow. How do I get to the warehouse again? Jack, I can't remember how to get to the warehouse.
Well, I guess Google, YouTube it, or whatever.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I did get
What could it
Steam to work.
mean?
So are these...
Stanley decided to go to
Okay,
the
these are the
meeting room.
right door
Perhaps he had
handles.
simply missed a memo.
Oh, wait,
When
I
Stanley
remember.
came
I
to
remember
a set
how
of
to do it.
2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Got it.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on
I'm
his
an
left.
idiot. I was supposed to just go straight.
Stanley was so bad
I
at
think
following
what I'm
directions,
gonna do
it's
is I'm gonna
incredible he
do
wasn't 5 years
round
ago.
of this.
What are you playing?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've
I'll
gotten
do a round
off
of
on the wrong
Battlefront 2, and
foot
I'm gonna
here.
go to...
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that
Oh.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Actually,
but the fact
first
is
thing I need
that
to
the
do is I need
story
to-
has been about
I
nothing
forgot to
but
save
you.
the wheel and...
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to
I added
happen
all
to
my
you? Why?
physical
I don't know
games,
how
like,
to
on my
convince you of
Xbox.
this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, you go
Now
to the
listen
blue door
carefully,
3
this is
times.
important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really?
Yeah.
Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your
critical
surroundings?
thinking.
Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Tabs open. Oh, Can I close that tab that's safe? Okay, it's safe. That guy's van is still on. It's been 24 hours since the stand on Last time I got on Battlefront 2, my EA was okay, it's working. Good. Alright, why are you doing the baby again?
Okay, never mind. I'm not doing this. I didn't want to do that. I have to literally do that for 4 hours.
To get an ending?
Mm-hmm.
This is the
How many
story of a
endings
man named
for 4
Stanley.
hours?
One ending, like it's legitimately 4 hours. I've done
Lord,
that.
I don't even...
Games ending, I've done games ending. Stanley Parable.
It's not even worth it. Do that. I need to add. I forgot to add Halo. HAL. All the colors are the same. Actually, it's sick. Alright, chat.
Oh, wait, this is
Look at
not Stanley ending. Take the elevator in the warehouse in the upper level. Follow the corridor until you reach the phone. Huh. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait.
When Stanley
Wait,
came
why
to
am
a
I-
set
why
of
am I-
two
why
open
am I
doors, this was
playing-
not the correct way to the meeting room,
I'm not
and
supposed to be
Stanley knew it
playing,
perfectly well.
freaking...
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No.
The lounge was
Man,
sublime.
I don't want to play
a work of
Ewok
art.
Hunt. I want to play it like
But
a normal
eager to get
round.
back to business, Stanley
So
took the
good.
first open door on his left.
Right, I was trying to do a stream today.
And
I
so
was
he
trying to set it up.
detoured through the
But
maintenance
for
section,
some reason,
walked
it
straight ahead to the
won't let
opposite
me
door,
do
and got back on track.
Just because there's
Oh,
built-in
no,
webcam.
this is the wrong tag comment.
So,
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get...
Oh my god. I took the wrong elevator.
let's try that again.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Actually,
What
no.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
What?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
No, it
just to
reset.
admire it.
Let's do Galactic Republic. It's not always my favorite. Okay, so how do people gain XP in streams? This doesn't make any sense.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So it says in live.
Stanley was so bad at
Some
following
super
directions,
live
it's incredible he
messages
wasn't
and
5
super
years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
How do I
here.
get down there?
I'm not
It's
your
obviously an
enemy, really,
ending.
I'm not. I realize that investing your trust
I'm
in someone
moderator,
else can be
I get
difficult, but the
XP.
fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so
shredding
long.
all
If
these
you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have
clankers.
negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
Did you know
Do
most
you make
medical
more than 8?
professionals
Less?
suggest
And
making
finally,
8
if
choices
you begin
per
to
day?
wonder if your choices are actually meaningful
8.
and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to
Choices?
the world, just
8
remember
choices per day.
that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems
like
are materially
literally nothing.
insignificant, and the
And that's
feeling should
literally
subside. At this
like,
time,
okay, so you're
your
saying,
instructor
like, I
will guide you in
choose
an
a-
exercise to
normal
test and
choices in everyday
reinforce the
life?
material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back.
If it's just
You may have
they're talking about
noticed that
normal
this room has
choices in
begun to
everyday life.
deteriorate as a result
Do
of
I go
narrative
through 8
contradiction.
choices
But not to worry.
in the next
Now that
30
you're properly
seconds?
informed
Yeah.
on
Should
good
I get up?
decision making,
Should I
we're
look
going
at
to
my phone?
revisit a
Should I
choice you
scroll to
made
the
just a
next
few
short?
minutes ago
Should I
and see what
turn
the
my phone
correct
off?
thing
Should
to
I go
do
downstairs?
would have been.
Should I
This
go
way,
sit down and
please.
play a game? It's literally like there's like a million things. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
sure you couldn't hear my game through the...
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
Yeah,
Why?
Brian.
For
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Oliver? Someone in chat saying... I feel like he's one of your friends.
He,
I don't
he
know.
was one of the ones that does Dandy's World with us. Here, let me pull up my chat. It's not showing up. What'd he say?
Well, he was just saying, oh, dang, and I was late to the stream. Do you want to play Grow a Garden? The thing is too loud. I can't hear. I don't know what thing he's talking about. And then he said, I'll be on Roblox if you want to play. And he said, okay, question mark.
I don't know if you're still here, but I do not have my chat up.
No, it just says 1 watching now, which is me, just in case. Just in case the guy comes back and trolls again.
What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here
I'll
like
give
so
him another
much garbage.
24-hour
It's
timeout,
worthless now.
and then if he
what am I
does it
supposed
again
to do?
after that,
Even if there
he's
were a
getting
way to
banned.
continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge.
Bro, I'm
I have to
royally
live with
wrecking
it
all these
forever,
clankers.
reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Aw, my game.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay, you said he's
here in
still
this pile
here.
of rubbish with you.
You did?
You, who thought
He
you
said
were
I'm
so
still
clever.
here. It says, okay, so
Now
now it
look
says
where we
3
are.
watching. It
My
said like
entire
I
life
a
can.
was
second
destroyed.
ago.
It's just. It
Was the
says
only
1
thing in the
watching on
world that wasn't
mine.
mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Okay, for me it says
What,
3
did you think
watching.
that would
I
be
don't know
fun?
if I
up.
count. If I count in the count on my screen, I might, but I don't know. I don't know if I count since I'm the moderator. I might not. I don't know.
Try sending something in chat. Jack, try saying something in chat.
I forgot to send emojis on computer. I'm just gonna do this.
Did you send something?
Yeah, I sent something.
Yeah, my chat's not working.
Oh, General Grievous, I died. Here, I'll just read chat for you because I have it up. Of course, the computer's muted.
Hang on.
I don't like
Let
hearing
me
myself.
pull up.
This is like a crazy battle right now. Shield. Shoot. Die. Freaking droid. Alright, got him. Go. I haven't even tried and captured any command posts.
Am I not live anymore?
Life. It still says it's live. Oliver said he's like laughing or something.
What in the
It's a
world?
black screen, but it still says